With an estimated 400 billion planets in the Milky Way galaxy, it comes to no surprise that at least a few of them may be a little interesting for us to take a look at. My name is Jamie and welcome to MediaViral, where we're going to be counting down the 10 most interesting planets ever discovered in space. Before we get started, if you're new around here, then please make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to never miss an upload, and like the video for more weekly list videos. With all that out of the way, let's get straight into the list with the number 10 spot, which is going to be Saturn on steroids. First up, we have the planet commonly known as Saturn on steroids by NASA. J1407b is known as a super Saturn due to having a massive system of rings. For comparison, this planet's rings are 640 times bigger than the rings that are on Saturn. Located 434 light-years away from Earth in the constellation of Centaurus, it's also the only known exoplanet with rings similar to Saturn, making it a very unique and strange planet for researchers. If this planet swapped places with Saturn, its rings would dominate the Earth's sky and would appear many times larger than a full moon. There is a large gap halfway through the ring system, and it's possible that Mars-sized exomoons orbit the planet within its gap. In at number 9 is the second Earth. Next up, we have one of the most intriguing planets ever found during the search for a habitable exoplanet. Gliese 581c is reported to be the first potentially Earth-like planet in the habitable zone of its star, with a temperature right for liquid water on its surface, and by extension potentially capable of supporting extremophile forms of Earth-like life. However, further research casts doubt upon the planet's habitability. It is tidally locked, which means it always presents the same face to its primary, so if life had a chance to emerge, the best hopes of survival would be in the Terminator zone. In at number 8 we have the water world. Next up, you'll find an interesting planet if you're a fan of science fiction movies. Similar to the planet on Interstellar, GJ1214b is what's called a water world. This planet has no land, only ocean stretching all over the surface. It's about 1.27 times Earth's diameter and weighs nearly 7 times as much as our own home planet. It orbits a red dwarf star at the distance of 1.2 million miles. Given an estimated surface temperature of 230 degrees Celsius, too hot to host life as we know it. In at number 7 we have a ball of ice set afire. Next on our list we have Gliese 436b. This planet absolutely defies the laws of physics of the universe, as it orbits its star 15 times closer than Mercury does to the Sun. So the first thing that might come to mind is that this planet should at least be melting or set ablaze. But actually it turns out that this planet is made of ice that remains completely solid, despite being 439 degrees above its melting point. The reason for this is because the gravity on this planet is so incredibly strong that it compresses the trace amounts of water vapor in the planet's atmosphere into solid ice and prevents it from melting, no matter how much it burns. One orbit around its star takes approximately 2 days and 15.5 hours. In at number 6 we have fast rotating planet. Being in orbit around PSR J17191438, a millisecond pulsar, will have a very weird effect on your atmosphere. PSR J17191438b orbits so closely to its host star, the planet's orbit would fit inside the Sun. This planet has an orbital period of 2 hours. So in other words, every 2 hours that go by here on Earth is 1 year's worth on that planet. And in number 5 we have the Diamond Planet. If you like jewellery, particularly diamonds, you will love living on 55 Cancri E, 40 light-years away from the Cancer constellation. This planet is twice the size of Earth, with 8 times as more mass as Earth and twice as dense. The planet's star has much more carbon than our own Sun, and the mass of the planet is thought to be largely carbon. Due to the pressure and average maximum surface temperature of 2,400 degrees centigrade, this super-Earth is believed to be covered with diamonds. It's so close to its star that it would take this planet approximately 18 hours to complete a full orbit. In at number 4 we have Jewellery Raining Planet. Located in the Cygnus constellation 1,000 light-years away from Earth, HAT P7b has a very high precipitation of aluminium oxide, also known as corundum, found on the atmosphere of the night side of this tidally locked planet. In other words, corundum gems are rubies and sapphires. And of course, HAT P7b also suffers from violent storms, which means this planet is covered with rubies and sapphires. In at number 3 is Sideways Raining Glass. We already spoke about the raining rubies and raining sapphires, a diamond planet and a planet that rotates in 2 hours. Get ready for HD 189733, one of the weirdest planets ever discovered. Slightly larger than Jupiter, this planet is located 62 light years away from Earth. At first glance, you might notice that this planet has a very beautiful azure color thanks to its atmosphere being made up of silicate atoms and particles, with its unbearably strong winds reaching as high as 5,400 miles per hour. That's literally a sideways rain of molten glass on this planet. In at number 2 is the Scorched Planet. HD 209458b, also known as Osiris, is the first planet to have detectable oxygen and carbon in its atmosphere. Its parent star is 150 light years away from Earth in the Pegasus constellation. And also, this planet is literally burning. The Scorched Planet is evaporating at such a fast rate that scientists have begun to create a new classification of exoplanets called Chthonian planets. This nomenclature comes from the infernal Greek deities and H.P. Lovecraft's subsequent usage of its space monsters. There's evidence that this planet might be the dead core of an evaporated gas giant. And in at the number 1 spot we have the darkest planet. WASP-12b is known as the darkest exoplanet because it has the unique capability to trap at least 94% of the visible starlight falling into its atmosphere. The planet orbits so close to its host that it has a fixed day and night side. WASP-12b has an orbit of 26 hours, and the night side is much cooler with temperatures roughly 3,992 degrees Celsius, which allows water vapor and clouds to form. A swell of material from the planet's superheated atmosphere is spilling into its star. Do you know of any interesting planets that I missed out in this video? Comment them down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more weekly videos, turn on notifications to be notified of a new video, and comment any suggestions down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.